Welcome to Wanderers Golf Club, situated in the heart of Johannesburg. Well, that depends where you think the heart of Johannesburg is. Established in 1939, and for those of you who prefer an age, 84 years old. Yes, this Sunday, the Wanderers will host the first Sunday Series League event ever. And I can tell you, there's a lot of anticipation coming to the fourth event of the series here at this magnificent Wanderers Golf Course. Trees, tight fairways, dog legs, left and right, tricky par threes, some water features, and an overall good challenge of golf. Well, if that doesn't get you excited for this Sunday, then I don't know what will. Yes, the Wanderers starts this Sunday to wrap up April's matches, Sunday Series 2, and we have a full field, 88 guys ready to go, and it's going to be awesome. Like I mentioned, it's the first time that the Wanderers will be on the Sunday Series, so a lot of guys are going to be ticking off course, an extra course, should we say, and that will be the Wanderers. We're going to look forward to that. We're going to break it all down, but that's not the only thing that we have on the show today. Jackal Creek Thursday Series happened last week, and we had Marble Hall in the Limpopo series happen. So, I hope you've got your beer or your drink, your coffee, and you're ready to watch and be entertained and join us with your comments and keep the flow of the show going. As always, I'm not the only one, but the first thing we have to do is say hello, and everybody's going to do a short intro for me so that we know that we can hear them. So the guys on the chat line, as you hear them, please say yes, we can hear Frikkie. Can we hear Frikkie?
Hallo, ja, ek kan vir Frikkie hoor hierso, dankie.
You can be heard. I can hear you. Donnie, can we hear you?
Well, hopefully the guys can. It's like we just don't want we don't want to hear Frikkie, everybody. So just say it's like you don't hear him at all. Come on.
I think it's Donnie's fault from last week. He was the only one that wasn't here, and then things went tits up. Barent, how's it? Can we hear Barent?
Hello, yeah. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me, and a little bit less of Donnie at least this time.
At least. Do a bit of a counter. Barent, thanks for joining us. Barent's been doing very well on the Thursday series. Unfortunately, Peter Prinsloo was advertised to be on, but he couldn't make it at the end of the day. He's a lawyer. He gets very busy. So the new Peter is sitting here at the bottom. Ryan, welcome.
Hi, how's it? I'm new Peter. Looking forward to a Wednesday show. How's everybody doing?
Good. All right. Is that everybody? Was everybody heard? Yes.
Yeah.
Waiting for the guys.
I can hear one on this side.
Fantastic. Yay. So let's get straight into it, everybody. As I was saying, we've got one more to go for the April, and then we move into May. Just to remind everybody what's happening in May. Well, this is it. Krugersdorp happening on the 7th of May, starting from 11:30. That is also the first time that Krugersdorp features on the Sunday series. Thursday at Reimsig, 11th of May. That should be nice. And then Huddle Park, 28th of May. Let's just remind everybody, while I remember this, is the sun is starting to set earlier, so we are chasing the sunset. So when we get to Wanderers, and we will remind you, we got to play faster and try and do as much of a grab and go as possible. It isn't, they don't kind of set up for that because they have their outside Boma with burgers, pregos, whatever. But let's just remember, in, out, so that we can save some time. Challenge 500 is also coming up in May. 36-hole Challenge 500 at Killarney Country Club on the 19th of May, February. We've had a couple of guys entering already, which is great. So who will add their name to the honours board come the end of this tournament for the 36-hole champion? So far, you might be wondering, what are we playing for? Well, that also depends on how many people enter, you know. So the more we get in, even if we know that it's still a way away, there's paydays that are going to happen. So if you want to play, you can still send us a message saying, I am playing, put me down. I'll sort you out later. So then we also can get into it. Okay, let's start straight away. We'll go back to Marble Hall. Ryan, how was Marble Hall this weekend at the Limpopo series?
I think it went pretty well. The guys enjoyed it. Everybody did. We actually had two guys that pitched up on the morning there, so we had an additional two guys on the field. So, I mean, the more the merrier. As we know, anybody is welcome. Anybody can join. You don't have to particularly do every event. But yeah, the weather was great. I think just the back nine, we had a little bit of wind. But yeah, overall, Peter Prinsloo, he played the best out of all of us. And yeah, I think it turned out quite well. The course was great. And yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the scores quickly. And as you can see, +1 was the winning score, so the course was not playing easier. Christian Basson, who has joined us in Gauteng, +2. Andre van Staden, +3. Billy Hall, +3. Jaco Hutting, +3. And then +9s are the top 10. So why was it so difficult, Ryan?
Of the second, actually, when we turned it halfway, there were guys that were 2 under, 3 under turning, and then the wind picked up on the back nine, and I think the wind played a massive role, as we can see in the scores because Peter, I think, was 2 under at one stage, and yeah, as you can see, that made a massive change. We battled to judge the wind. You feel it down the bottom, and then you decide maybe 1 or 2 clubs, but then when you hit it up top there where you don't feel it, it's maybe 3-4 clubs difference.
Wow, so, as much as that.
Yeah, it was a bit of wind that picked up there, yeah.
It's nice to see that Chanel, if that's correct, finished in the top 10, so a lady in the top 10. That's also good to see. We had cameras, as always, waiting for the win. So this is the final moments of Marble Hall that happened last Saturday.
Entertaining.
Ja, ik heb zo'n wel goede feedback gespeeld. Die hond moet kiezen. Over iemand op, maar ordentelijke dag geweest. Ja, kak 10 shots vanaf iemand. Dat is niet. Maar voor de rest is het uit.
Ja, excellent. Maar je goal was op die stadium baie goeie golf geweest.
Ja?
So jy kort net 'n 2-pad.
And the wind seemed to not affect you too much, only in the back
No,
nine
it did.
slightly.
The wind did. Especially the T-box. I didn't have the T-box shots. But the wind did. It actually helped me a bit with my draw. But overall, not too much. Not too much.
Well played, congratulations.
In English, please. English.
And just like that, it disappeared. So well done. Yes. Looked like it was a good day out, and we've got his scorecard just to quickly go through it so we know how it all broke down. He started front nine and 39 points, or shot at 39, which is great. That's 7 and then a birdie. Didn't help his cause, but luckily he hung on. And then 16 points in the back nine, as you were saying, Ryan. You could see by the scoring, it got a little tougher. And let's just remind everybody that this is back-to-back victories for Mr. Prinsloo. He's chasing you guys with the trophies on top there because I think he's got a few extra now.
And he did comment. He said, "Watch! I'm going to show Donnie and Flicky. I'm starting to collect trophies." So yeah, he's very excited about it.
You guys
Donnie, I think it's time that we should play a little bit there in the Limpopo, just to take the trophies away.
It is a bit easier with the smaller fields, I'm sure.
I'm just giving everybody a chance this year.
Yeah. Well, we can see that you have been rather average.
You can even see it in my physique with all of the milkshakes I've been winning.
Yes, but hopefully, Donnie, you find your swing again. I don't think I ever thought I'd be saying to Donnie Geldenhuys, I hope you find your swing, because what's happening, man? What's happening? Old age, what's happening?
Yeah, just let's just say it's like I thought I was clever enough and went away from my natural swing, and it's now coming to bite me big time. So now I'm trying to go back to my natural swing. So yeah.
So you feel like some of us feel.
Driver, eh?
I was chatting to him yesterday, and I said, one day we're going to be laughing at you because you're playing off a 10. And he says, I quit. if I play off a 10. And the rest of us are sitting here going, Exactly.
Man,
Thanks
like I
again.
said to you, there's still that that fire in me that wants that can say it's like every round can be better. So once I lose that, then I think it's time to stop.
Okay. Well, imagine you come right playing off a 10, you'll shoot 50 points. I just want to say hello to some of the Ducks that are watching. Jensen says, first time at the Wanderers for me. You're ticking off the courses for sure. So I hope you enjoy it. All I can say is, you see, Frikkie, just duck there for me quickly. You see those mountains? Oh, now your chair's in the way.
There we go.
You see those mountains? That is what it feels like once you've finished walking Wanderers. I can tell you that much. It feels
Yes,
like
I agree. I
you
agree
ch-
100%. Been
It
there,
looks
done
like innocent, and then it's a different story. Cyril Stain, I'm just trying to take that one out. Cyril Stain says, good evening, Dusk. Is it Sunday yet? I'm asking myself the same question. Wayne says, not fair, Maz, I'm missing Sunday. Come on, Wayne. Well, it's not like you. And then I played with Gary. He says, can't wait for Sunday. This week is dragging. I played with him on Monday, him and Brendan Fenter, to have a bit of a practice round. So all I can tell you is that we all played crap. So we can only do better. We really did struggle on the day. Right, anything else? My swing changes every 9 holes naturally, Vickers says. Thank you, Vickers. And then Wayne also says, have say there was in good conditions, although greens were...
He's saying that Marble Hall was in a good condition there.
I'm just going to put this up so you can see that I'm not the only one who's struggling to read this sentence.
Wait, and you give me shit.
There we go. Can you see that sentence? I'm like, huh? I'm trying to think double here. Okay.
How
Anyway.
many bottles of brandy did he have?
He's short. Wayne's giving a double thumbs up to Marble Hall.
Okay, thank you, Wayne. No, I appreciate it. Okay, when is the next Limpopo series, Mr. Ryan?
On Saturday, the 20th of May at my home course, Camille de Weving. So I'm looking forward to everybody that's going to come. And yeah, bookings should be open tomorrow and you can start booking so long. And yeah, for those that I have spoken to on the certain groups and stuff, yes, my place will still be open for you guys to spend the night and have a jaw. So let me know and we can make arrangements.
Sounds good. And that is, just, what was the date again?
20th of May.
Okay, so it's a day after the Challenge 500. Plenty golf.
Yeah,
if you play
Plenty golf.
54 holes in 2 days. Yes. I was looking through the social media stuff, and I'm not the only one. We saw the SA Top 100 do their top halfway houses. And then I thought I'd grab for a discussion what they have as a top 10 Gauteng halfway houses and see if you agree with me. So put your comments there. We're going to start with Byron because he knows everything. Byron, this is the list. Top 10 halfway houses in Gauteng. Number 1, Blair Athol. Number 2, Country Club. 3, Stain City. 4, Bryanston. 5, Pretoria Country Club. 6, Serengeti. 7, Houghton. 8, Eagle Canyon. 9, Woodhill. 10, Royal Joburg. And if you think there should be other courses that should be in this top 10, let me know. Byron, what do you think of this list?
I agree with 9 out of the 10. I wouldn't say Eagle Canyon is probably up there. I definitely think if there was the most expensive halfway house, it would be Stain City. But yeah, the first 2 is a touch and go. Those 2 are probably the best halfway houses. The top 10 is very accurate. I just don't agree with Eagle Canyon, in my opinion. But
So-
the rest, definitely.
Does anybody know what the criteria is? Is it overall? Is it food? Is it what is it? Did you see?
I reckon. Obviously, they look at everything from freshness and obviously from breakfast to lunch as well, and freshness and variety. Like at Serengeti, I know every 2 weeks they change the menu, so it's never the same thing from breakfast to lunch. And I'm sure the other clubs do exactly the same thing. So I do think that's one of the big criteria that they look at.
Frikkie, what's your favorite on this list?
Yeah, Mesa, I would definitely go with the Athol. Played there a couple of times with Jock, so definitely the top one. Looking at Houghton as an example, Eagle Canyon, I can understand there's a good variety, but Houghton...
I don't agree with Houghton. I don't see why Houghton should be in the top 10. Sorry if you're from Houghton and watching. We're just being honest.
Yeah, no, agree with that one. Because I mean, the times that we have played there, you basically have a variety of basically fish and chips, and I think there was something else, and then a few pies. But I mean, the rest I would agree with. I would disagree with Barend on Eagle Canyon, though the look and feel maybe is not great. But I mean, the food is excellent at the Eagle Canyon, and yeah, agree with that.
Okay. I should have seen what else was there. Of course, that's not on here. Donnie, yours?
Yeah, Maz, I must say, I think Eagle Canyon for me also is the odd one out. I must say, I also agree with Fricky Houghton. I think the choice of food is sort of 80% the same. So it just basically is like sort of gets just the same thing over and over again. Like Blair Athol Country Club and then Steyn City, I do think that's three very good halfway houses. I know Country Club Johannesburg has had the stigma of being one of the best halfway houses in and around Gauteng.
They've got like a buffet.
Yeah, so and also it's not the same food every time. It changes up and everything. So yeah, no, I think the list is pretty good.
Ryan, from a setting point of view, what is your favorite setting on those courses?
From a setting, it's been a while, but the Steyn City I really thought was quite nice, and Royal. Those are the two that really stick out for me out of these 10 there. That if I had to now choose them. Blair Athol I've never been to, so I can't comment on that one. I must agree with Houghton. It is a bit surprising to see it in the top 10. I suppose overall, if you look at service as well, and as part of one of the criteria, out of those 10 there, I want to say the service is great at all of them. I don't want to pinpoint anyone's out there, but out of all 10, I think service had played a good deal. But yeah, overall, yeah, I think it's a good 10 up there that they've got there. Like I said, Blair Athol, I can't comment, but yeah, that's my.
I think there's a lot that you could throw in there, which is kind of the same. Like Centurion doesn't have a bad one. You know, they've at least got a nice you've got a bit of a view that you're looking over. But yes, from aesthetics point of view, Blair Athol is probably the prettiest one. Running along the river, snacky type food. Warren, you were saying that you're playing Reading tomorrow with a guy who actually does these ratings. So that is something you can ask him for us, and at the same time put in a word for us.
Yeah, definitely. I'll get some information and share it with the Ducks. Hopefully with the next show. And if I don't share it with the next show, I'll definitely share it with you. But I'm looking forward actually to meeting him and actually know how biased it actually is, and if it is biased or not. Also at the same time to hear how they rate these things and how they actually make decisions on it.
Barend, Maz. Barend, all that you need to do is just remember, when you get in your bucket tomorrow morning, just do your checklist to say selfie stick in the car. That is easy for you to do the videos.
Okay, don't get Donnie.
I agree with Paul here. He says Glendow instead of Houghton. Yeah.
Yes.
Glendow is very efficient.
I agree.
By the time you get there, the food's there, you smash it and you leave. So nice comment, Paul. Okay, so that is that. Let's move on to Jackal Creek. Well, this is what happened at Jackal Creek. Very, very exciting finish. Let me say that. I'll try and encapsulate it here for you. Edward Kutsia, who was playing with Donnie, he had a long putt to get to -3 or stay on -3. I'm not too sure which one it was.
To stay on -3.
To stay on -3. Then Mark Borragero got up the 18th. He had topped his drive, so he had to make par because he stroked on the hole. He had a monster putt, and he drained it, and I was there to catch it, and it's always great when we catch those moments. Jean van der Westhuizen coming in second, Eddie Ivans, Ian Holzhausen, Nico Ritz, and Peter Prinsloo all tied for fourth. Ian was telling me that he's got a string, if you can remind me, Ian, of how many top fives he's actually had this season so far. Dylan Nabeer was flying at one stage, finished +1, and Fat's nice to see him playing well, and Flicky Steyn always consistent. So this was the top 10 on the day. So I'm going to play you the video of the day and have a look. Keep your eye out for the putts that were made.
Box.
And that's how you win a tournament.
Exactly.
Can you believe it? Well done.
Drive 20 meters and then make par from there.
Well done.
Cheers. Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Mate,
Much better, eh? Yeah, I think I blew up at Wingate on the last, so this one's a little bit more pleasant finish.
To win on the count back, Mr. Mark Borragero. Nice to have another win under your belt. It's been a while.
Sure, it has been. I've actually let one or two slip by in the last sort of 6 months or so it's nice to be on the right end of a count out for a change.
What was the best part of your game today?
Putted well, back nine, putted probably 5 or 6 one putts.
Yeah.
Actually, we made a couple of birdies for a change, so yeah, it's good.
Hopefully your momentum and form continues to the next events.
Long may it last, yeah.
Eddie, best finish on the Duckhook tour, but unfortunately you've been pipped on a count back. Unlucky. How did it go?
No, it went well. First 9 wasn't that good, but the second 9 was much better, only 2 over. Yeah, this is the second time I came first, but on account that I lost. Yeah.
What was the best part of your game?
Well, my short game
Yeah.
on the last 9. Yeah.
Some momentum? Golf's improving for the next couple of games?
Yeah, it's improving. I went for 1 or 2 lessons, so yeah, it's improving.
Sean, great round of golf today. Unfortunately, it's a third place finish. How did it go?
It actually went well. The second 9 went better. The first 9, the start was a bit difficult. I know exactly where I messed it up. It was on the stroke 16 par 3, downhill with the water on the right. Pushed it into the water, made a double, and that's it. That's what cost me. Yeah.
Ian, another top 5 finish. How good is golf lately?
No, the driver is working very well from the tee box, and the putt is okay, so yeah.
What was the best part of your game today?
I would say my driver.
Yes.
I was in consistency in the fairway, and then I haven't given myself an opportunity for greener regulations almost on every hole, yeah.
So you're close. You just need one more round to beat people, and you're there.
Yeah. No, I was there for a long time, and I remember 4, 5, 6, and 7 into the wind. That cost me a little bit. I made 1 pointers on all 3 of them, but when we came back, I made a par and a bogey. So yeah, came back a bit.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
The golf is good at this point in time. I was pushing. I was -2 at that point with silly mistakes and unfortunately a mishap on a 1 par 5. But yeah, my golf is in a good place. I'm not playing too much golf now, but I think that's the key to my success. It's less golf in a week, and yeah, it's paying for that.
Best part of your game today?
Putting and my irons. That was the best. Driver was useless. Like I said, tee box non-existent.
Yes, and then he went on to win at Marble Hall. Well done to everybody. As you can see, those putts that went down. Let's do a course rating. I was so impressed with Jackal Creek. It's the best condition I've ever seen that golf course in. Greens, the fairways were good. It was just like they totally upped their game since the last time we played. Frikkie and Ryan didn't play, but let's get your opinion, Donnie and Borrent. What did you think of the golf course considering the last time we played there?
No, Maz, definitely for me, the greens, if I had to start somewhere, the greens. I think the greens were absolutely stunning. It was rolling through. Everyone was the same speed. So I really had a good day on the on the greens, and I think really that showed they've done a lot of work, on the course. But the rest of the course also, the bunkers were good. So if you caught a bunker, it wasn't like a dry bunker or anything. I was in a few during the day.
Yep.
The overall condition of the course was good. So yeah, for me, I think it's like a solid 9.5 out of 10. I think they really upped their game, like you said.
Wow. I don't know.
9.5. That's the highest, eh?
That is huge.
Coming from Donnie. Yeah.
No, I really think it's like, Frikkie, okay, take the view out of the play. I think the golf course was really, really in good nick. You couldn't fault it.
I agree with the bunkers. The bunkers were all awesome. I mean, I can't remember the last time I played a golf course that all the bunkers were good. Barnch?
I agree. Yes, 100%. From tee boxes right through to the greens, the gardens, even the half house, everything was amazing. Also, unfortunately, didn't play too well, but greens especially has probably been the best I've played on this year. I think Glen Vista was the last time we played, and I think it was also quite good. But there's definitely tops today. This is definitely the best greens I've played on this year.
Well done to the guys. I can tell you that I spoke to somebody who knew Nico, and he was following us the last 3 holes. He works at the course, and he said they bought proper green lawnmowers, and that has made the difference. Who would have thought that could make such a difference? Wow.
Wow, that's good to know.
Meza, I just need to ask the question to Barend here. So he obviously loved the greens so much. Can you just tell me how much you love the greens?
I had 39 putts
Oh,
for the day.
Just asking for a friend. Sorry.
It was a day definitely to remember from the greens. But
wow. 39 putts, and you landed up shooting 1 over. What did you shoot at the end?
74, yeah. But
Wow.
like I said to Lal, because I played with Lal and he used to be a member there, so he knows the greens from the back of his hand. And he just said, unfortunately, you need to know the greens. It's not just a course where you're gonna run out and know and play well. It's very grainy. And it was very fast, and it's just not for me on the day. But hopefully next time will be better.
I've got some more ratings here. Paul Ricketts has given it a 7 out of 10. I think that's very fair. Barend, what did you rate it? I don't think you did.
I'll give them an 8. I'll give them an 8.
Okay, nice. Leon Kruger says 100% better than it was 5 years ago. Wayne gives him 10 out of 10. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go 7.5 out of 10. It takes a lot to get 8s and 9s out of me, so I'll get 7.5 out of 10. Leon says Jackal was mint. So thank you, boys, for your comments. Let's just go through the rest of the little nitty-gritties. Donnie, take us through the par 3s.
All right. So on the par 3 of the 7th, we've got Vickers Alberts. And then on the 12th hole, we've got Connie Monageng. And then Vickers Alberts again on the par 4 17th closest in 2. So Vickers, I'll definitely see you there by my office.
There we go, Vickers. Don't forget to harass Donnie for your prize. If you don't know Connie... Monageng is, she came and played with Jomo as a partner in their team match play. What a lovely lady she is. Plays off she played with 11 off that day. And it was so nice to have her around. One of the things that I really enjoyed was the K-It afterwards. The boys just sat around, had a fat chat. There was times you were in 3 conversations. There was times where Ian Holtzhausen was soaking up a storm. Yeah, there was Leon losing phones, not knowing what was happening. It was good. It was good. Let's say that much.
I missed the party there, Barend.
You did, but you always leave early. Orville Alliance, Fats, Barend, Lyle, Leon, well done. 87 points, minus 15. That's not the highest points we've seen, but a good effort. What happened on the 12th? Why'd you all suck?
The 12th.
It was one of the 3 putts, eh?
Yeah, exactly. It was a horrendous hole. I think two of us 3 putted, the other 2 bombed out. No, it was horrendous. The greens, yes, yeah. It was only Lyle that could putt on the day. I don't know what happened. In fact, his handicap and Leon's handicap is just so high, so they just had to get it somewhere close and 3 putted for 2 points.
They weren't the only ones to finish on 87 and 15 under. Neville Kurz, Kevin Ho, and the winning 4-ball of Mark Barrow, Dylan De Beer also finished. So the bragging rights are split. At least the scores are more consistent on this side. No 2-pointers and terrible putters. If you want to know how the others finished up, minus 12 was third with 2 teams at third. 11 under is 5th, 6 is 9. My team, which was rather average. Nico was probably the only one who was playing decent golf. So thanks to Nico for contributing something. Right. This is how the series looks now after 4 events. Edward Coetzee jumps to the top with Gerard Gerber. They're both tied on 1. If we had to have a winner today, it would be Edward because he's got 136 points. So he's having a great Thursday series so far. Jamie drops down from 1st to 3rd on 108, only 1 point back. Barend, there you are, 106 within striking distance and playing off the handicap you are playing off. You're doing a great job. Well done.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I've been working a hell of a hard on my game. Unfortunately, Thursday wasn't my best, but I'll come back stronger.
You just need to get 5 rounds of golf in a week now, and you'll be right up there.
Thank you.
Ian Holtzhausen 5th, tied 6. We've got a whole we got Vickers and Peter on 103. Also, with only 6 points back. Jean-Ray 101, Kevin 100, and Leon Kruger 99. So that is your top 10 going into May. And then Reimsig, it all happens again. There was one team playing the squad challenge, sponsored by Hazy Q Breaks. That was Ian's team of Barent, yes, Grant and Gerard. So you've played 4 events. You're averaging over 100 now, and you're on 105. So we'll keep this going. The team who's played the most so far is Graham, Kevin, Ryan, and Leon on 5 events, and they're just under 100 points average. So that is Jackal Creek, everybody. So now we have to look at the Wanderers, because we're excited to get there. But before we start, I'm going to ask you a quick question, and the question is, name 4 courses in Gauteng which has both 9 starting with a par 5. Think about it, boys. I'm going to get everybody a few minutes to give me their answers on the chat line, and then I'll give you the answers. Both 9 starting par 5s. I'm sure you'll be able to figure them out. Let me just go to the chat line and see if anything interesting has happened. Paul, Jackal is not the hole in the ground it once was. Greens were impressive. Okay, that was even further back. Ian says 9 out of 10. Vickers says 8. Paul says lovely lady. He's talking about Connie. Leon Oosthuizen says 3 in a row. Oh, the team games in a row. Well done. Jesus, we should start charging so you could play with Leon to try and win one of these things. Okay. Then I've got another trivia question. This is the question. Sunday average points, as we look ahead to Wanderers. What do you think the average points in the field is once we've finished? 27.5, 28, 28.5, 29.5, 30. Right? So these are rounded off numbers. I know the actual number. Boys, give me some opinions here.
Yeah, Mazo, I'll start. Obviously, my guessing game is very bad, but I would go for about 28 points.
28? Donnie?
Yeah, I was actually eyeing 28 as well, Fricky. So I think it's there.
So I'm not the only sucker here. Thank you so much.
Barrett?
I think highly of the Ducks. I'll go with 29.5.
Mr. Statsman, do you actually know the answer to this? Because I don't know if you've looked at it.
Funnily enough, I'd say about a month ago I started looking at it because I was actually chatting to Ian, looking at the winning margins this year versus other years. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm very split between 28.5 and 29.5. I'm not 100% sure there. So yeah, I can't choose between the two there.
The answer is, the closest is 29.5. The actual number is 29.8. So it's closer to 30. Right, 29.8, not bad, is the average score once you've put all the scores down and averaged it out.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
That's very good.
I also thought it was going to be a little worse. So let's go into the Wanderers straight away. This is how it looks going to the top 10. If you think the scores are low, that's because Kalani does not count in this. So 43 is leading as the lowest, best. Edwin Scholes, 1 shot ahead of Clint Broders. Graham de Villiers, Pranay Pandey are tied 3rd. Only 2 shots back. John van Deventer 5th on 40. Jamie Sherry tied 6th. Wayne Redu tied 6th. I didn't see Wayne in the field, so he might fall out and give some others a chance. Martin Tata has got a big game coming up at the Wanderers, so he will want to use that to his advantage to move up this leaderboard. Tied 638 points. Louis Jordan and Sorrel. Nice to see you in the top 10.
Nice, Sorrel G.
Let me give you some info about the Wanderers. Nationally ranked at 66. 3 of the original holes were lost when the Wanderers Stadium was built in the 1950s. Fricky, were you around? Can you remember which holes were gone?
No, I can't remember. Do I look that old?
I didn't even know that happened.
Maybe Paul Ricketts has the answer for us. Hosted the Mexican PGA Championship for 23 years. So that was a big tournament back in the day. And in 1995, Ernie Els won the 2nd PGA trophy of his career and 220,000 rand. So if you didn't know that, well, now you do. Now you do. Mooi.
So
Okay.
I think you need to get to that trivia question because you kind of threw this one out. So, yeah, everyone will know which one now.
Yes.
the 4.
Well, that was the spark of the question. Let's see if anybody is. So Paul says, Krugersdorp Country Club, Centurion, and Silver Lakes. Sure, Silver Lakes. That's not a par 5. The 10th hole. It's a par 4. Centurion is par 5, and the 10th is not a par 5. So you're close, but no cigar. Wonders is one of them. Fats is right. Wonders is one of them. Thanks for watching. Wonders is a par 71. That's correct. It's got 5 par 3s.
Benoni Country Club.
Rudolph says Houghton. The first is not a par 5. Royal East.
Nope.
The 10th is not a par 5. Krugersdorp is correct. So we've got 2 correct ones so far.
Benoni Country Club.
I would like to differ. I don't think.
Krugersdorp is not.
I know Krugersdorp's first is, but the 10th is definitely not, eh?
That's a par 4.
Sorry.
Yeah, correct. It's a very big.
You're right. It's got the 2 back-to-back par 5s that I'm thinking about.
Correct. Yeah, that's 1 and 2. Yeah.
1 and 2. So yeah, so that confused me. Would you like to see the answers?
No. I would like to guess first.
Sorry.
Damn it, man. Okay, never mind. Okay, I got 3 out of it anyway, so it's
Which
fine.
was the third?
I don't have Modderfontein. I actually forgot about that one.
Modderfontein. You got the par 5 going to the right first, and then you got
one up the hill.
The hill. Benoni Country Club, Wanderers. One goes down the middle, one goes next to the stadium, and Blair Athol. Do you think there's any more?
I could only think of the 3, so yeah.
Probably not.
But I'm a bad guesser anyways.
Let me just Modders, yes. Yes.
I could only think of Modderfontein.
Okay, well, now you know. Let's go back to the Wanderers. This is what the field looks like currently. The player pack will go out tomorrow or Friday. A nice, as I mentioned, full field starting at 11:20. Guys, let's be ready because the last 2 times we've played, the starter has come to us and say, if you're ready, we can go. And that's all what we need to try and chase the sun, if you know what I mean. So there is the first tee, and there is plenty team games happening. The 12, 12:08, 12:16, 12:32, plenty team games happening. And you see there in the light blue, Martin Tata and Stefan and Rich, if you do not know, right, they are playing their massive playoff match to see who will eventually, finally, be crowned the winner of who the Masters champion is. So if you don't know, we played 2 playoff holes at Serengeti, then we lost light, and now we've moved it forward to this one. So they've got an 18-hole match playoff. So good luck to both of you.
Please don't draw, guys. Please don't draw.
No, there can't be a draw. Boys, we go back to stroke 1. The stroke 1 if there's a tie, and back. Just putting it out there. The 10th tee, we've got Rakesh, Robert Michael, Luke Janssen, and Carl van der Mueller playing. A couple of singles, Kero and Fats. Fats, I really hope that you managed to get this game in this time. Vickersley's playing Mark Mojero. Barent, you're playing a game with Ian against Hansi and Rudolph. That should also be entertaining. So that is what it looks like. I think it's anybody's game. Anybody can take it on the day. Let's do some predictions of score. After playing on Monday, if anybody goes 3 under, I'll be very, very surprised. The greens are difficult. The course is kind of long. It is tight. You can't make mistakes. If you're on the wrong side of the fairway, then you also struggle to get to greens. Have I pretty much summed it up there, boys?
Absolutely, Mazo. I also played there on Sunday. This time I had some footage. #Wayne. And yeah, it's difficult. Look, we had a decent odd game, I can say. But I mean, it's really fast greens. If you find yourself in the wrong places, I mean, it's going to be problems for you. I believe that you can putt from off the green. It's actually very true. You know, in the sense of if you're in a fairway and you want to putt through. So I'd rather suggest that. But yeah, furthermore, everything is looking good. I must say we enjoyed it.
Yes, let's just add to that. The greens are fast, right? They're probably running at 12. Brant, I don't know if you've played there recently, but what is your synopsis of Wanderers?
I enjoy Wanderers a lot. I like the layout. It suits my game. I keep saying this all the bloody time, and I keep playing badly, so it doesn't really. But I do like Wanderers, and I think the last time we went around, I think 5 under ended up winning it. I know it was in winter, but I do think I'm gonna go for that 5 under again. It's generally it's a bit more of a scoring course in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not. I know it might be playing a bit long now, and I know they had a lot of floods, but yeah, I'll go with the 5 under. I'll go with the 5 under.
Course is in great condition. Donnie, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in between you guys. I'm gonna go 4 dip. I think 4 under will take it. Like normally the scoring is a bit on the high side. It's like thinking about the last few years there, and I agree with Byron as well. It's like if you're in the right spots, it's definitely a scoring course where it's where if you play consistent good golf and you hit the ball in the right areas, I think it's going to be easy to score. So yeah.
Mooi. Okay, good. Brian, anything to add?
No, not much. Donnie took the same as me. I was also thinking maybe 4 under will take it because you'll have the one guy or 2 guys that are going to just gel so nicely with the course and so nicely with the day. So
there's always someone.
That's my guess. Yes.
There's always. Rudolph Rudolph says 3 under. Paul says, Brian, Knutzer, the round is on you again. Okay. Ian says, looking forward to the dinner and whiskey tasting on Friday. He's co-presenting for me because that's almost the next thing I was going to say. So I'll get to that. 5 under. Damn, I will have to shoot 68 gross. That is me out. Yeah.
At least it's closest to the pins. Hou your broekie on. So you can take those, eh?
At least it's closest to the pins. Thanks for that one. This is the closest to the pins. Right. Seeing that it's going to be the par 3-6. You see I put a big blue block there because now there's a big blue lake there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Mazel, let me run through this. So obviously that lake is newly developed, which is pretty cool. Then obviously the 7th is just there on the left, teeing off on that stroke 1. You've got your par 4, the 11th. Yeah, that's the closest in 2. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lekker one.
It's going to be
par
tough.
3 is sponsored by Airstone, the par 3 15th. Yeah, it's a short tee hole if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, should be gettable. Anything closer than 1 meter should take it. And then the last one, par 3 17th. Lekker. Let me see where. Yeah, that one. If the pin placing is as it was on Sunday, yes, that.
Where was it on Sunday?
We had it on the left front side. So
same place.
So if you have it there closest, I mean, yeah, that's going to be a lekker one. So
well, I can say if your par 3 game is on, they aren't very long. The 15th is the longest. If it's in the front of the green, it's about 160. Otherwise, the other 4 par 3s are 140, 150, 130. So just bring your par 3 game. As always, we'll have side games that Ryan will set up for us. So we'll see who the best of the par 3s are, or the best of the par 4s, 5s. But he's going to do the featured hole, which is going to be the closest in 2, the 11th. So we can see how we all go about playing the 11th, and we can analyze the scores afterwards. Donnie?
Man, it's just one thing. If you really think about all the par 3s on the track, almost all of them are actually downhill par 3s. So it's like club selection is going to be actually pretty interesting.
It's just the 6 isn't too much downhill. That's pretty much that.
Yeah.
But there's 1 on the one side and 3 on the other side. I did a little preview of the 6 hole for you. So if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. I was just surprised at the amount of water or the size of the, I don't even know, what do you call it, a lake? You call it a
dam, man.
A dam?
A pond, a big pond.
Yeah, it's a very big pond. It's not an ocean. So there was word that the par 3-6 had changed, and I had to come see it for myself. So there we are. Water. A lot of water. None of that was there before, since the last time we played here. So it adds quite a bit to this hole.
Looks really, really beautiful. The size of the water hazard here is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for those who got the water yippos or whatever. But must say, it looks absolutely stunning.
The water is pretty wide as well, and with the bunkers on either side of the green, it's quite challenging to try to play it safe as well. So you kind of have to go for the green. And with the pin placement today on the left corner, just on the other side of the bunker, it's going to be tough.
Okay, it's 1:37 from where we are today. So pretty much just need to make contact, solid contact, and we should get over. Famous last words. Let's see what happens. Oh, I like those. That's got a chance of staying on. Yeah, maybe. Just over the bunker. I'll take that. Let's see if we can make a par. Well, the water has our first victim. It's definitely over, and it's coming back in with a little draw. It's going to be just in the front. Yeah, just in the front. Well done. Spin a bit. Oh, that's a good putt. Down for 5.
Hit it.
And that's a 4. Oh! Yes, that's quick though. If this pin's going to be here, it's going to be interesting. Borski. So there you have it. I'm going to add in 2 more things from what I remember. I found a lot of the brakes, they turn quite a bit at the hole. So you really have to get the speed right. Get the speed right to make sure that you stay on line. And Ricky mentioned the bunkers. The bunkers are very good, but the layer of sand is fluffy, but only that much. So if you really need to hack it up to get it up softly, be careful, because you're going to hit the stuff at the bottom and you're going to thin it. Fair?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% right, yeah.
Okay. Frikkie did some videos for me as well, sent me a whole bunch of videos, most of which I could not use because it was kind of random. So nice try, Frikkie. At least you tried.
This time at least I remember.
A for effort.
A for, no, not even an A. But this was the one I thought most interesting because it ties into what we were talking about.
So unfortunately, lack of camera ship. Gerard made a 7, I at least made a 4, and then Andre made a 5. So yeah, 16th hole, it's a tough one. Enjoy.
I'm surprised you finished the last 2 holes because you were huffing and puffing.
Meza, you won't believe it. We started on the 10th. So that was kind of...
And that's only halfway. Oh my word. Yes. But that 16th hole, when you're walking up that hole, then you realize, jeez, we're just walking uphill the whole time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had the same last year. I was like, I just want to die.
But thanks for the effort, Frikkie. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Meza. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the effort. Even Lebowski did a nicer one for me. At least he did me a preview. He didn't just say, well, this is Gerard hitting the shot.
Maz, we need to get Frikkie some camera ship.
Camera ship, yes. There's a new word for us. We've got something. We've got something to enjoy this Friday. The boys are going to the dinner and whiskey tasting for 12 at the Roberville Hotel. I can tell you that Kero is not available anymore, and our man Frikkie was next in line to come. So Frikkie will be joining Martin, Stefan, Gerard, Ian, and Rakesh. Stephen has been hard at work setting everything up at the hotel for us, and from what he's said to me, it's really going to be a nice evening. We're going to be moving around because we're a big crowd, so we have canapes and the tasting at one place and the dinner at one place, and it's going to be awesome. So looking forward to that, to this Friday. We'll take some pictures. I'll make a video for him. And yes, look out for that for the next show. Frikkie, you must behave yourself. You're bringing your wife with.
There's whiskey, no behaving.
Nice van Creersdorp.
Yes. Let me quickly go through. Let me quickly go through the last comments before we say goodbye. I need to scroll up quite a bit. The last, couldn't care how much the course is. The golf is crap anyway. Gerard says minus 3.5. I don't know what he's in relation to.
Gerard, man.
What is minus? Score. Oh, I see. Louis is my favorite, par 3 in the water. Ian says, Maz, where is the ball tracer on the video? Wow. Yeah.
Working on that.
Someone said it twice. Can somebody just sign him up for that one? At least you remembered Frikkie, and 5 stars for Frikkie. That's it. Everybody, any last comments? I did give all the answers out to all the trivia, so that is fine. You might be wondering about the player of the season rankings, why I haven't shown them. Because I'm waiting for the Masters guys to get there.
Yes.
because it's pointless showing you what the player of the season looks like. They go there, they get the 850 rank points, just changes everything. So the next show, everything will be in, and Ryan will sort that out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, everybody. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. And if you didn't see the Wanderers promo, I might as well play it again. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Lekker, boys. Enjoy.
Byron, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you on
Thanks,
Sunday.
guys.
Let's have a good, it's a nice place to really enjoy. Come early, we'll put some music up around the putting green and we'll have a couple of beers and we'll get into the swing of things. Last comment. Wayne says cheers.
Daze.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to Wanderers Golf Club, situated in the heart of Johannesburg. Well, that depends where you think the heart of Johannesburg is. Established in 1939, and for those of you who prefer an age, 84 years old. Yes, this Sunday, the Wanderers will host the first Sunday Series League event ever. And I can tell you, there's a lot of anticipation coming to the fourth event of the series here at this magnificent Wanderers Golf Course. Trees, tight fairways, dog legs, left and right, tricky par threes, some water features, and an overall good challenge of golf.